listeners. Today, I know I'm not on Animal Jam, I'm on the Daily Explorer, because today I'm going to be reading the story of Animal Jam and how it came to be. So, let's begin. So, JAMAA Legends, Dawn of the Alphas, Episode 1. JAMAA was once home to hundreds of animal species of all shapes and sizes. These animals spent their days playing games, going to parties, building homes, and living together as friends. Mara and Zios, the guardian of spirits of JAMAA, gifted each animal species with a heartstone, a special jewel that contained the essence of that species and held the secret of its magic. For many generations, all the heartstones were kept together in a vault beneath the lost temple of Zios. Every animal could visit them and see the unknown gifts that each species brought to JAMAA. Episode 2, Unrest in JAMAA. But as time passed, things changed. Animals began to fear the mistrust of other species. Some animals stopped living together as a united community. Soon, all the feelings of friendship in JAMAA were gone, and the animals built new villages for their kind only. Koalas lived and talked only with other koalas. So did rhinos and crocodiles. Before long, all the animals in JAMAA stopped working together to make JAMAA a happy and vibrant place. Worst of all, many animal species took their heartstones from the lost temple of Zios and hid their heartstones in a new village. It was during this time of division that the dark phantoms first appeared. Episode 3, Rise of the Phantoms. The phantoms came through dark portals, and they quickly spread through the uninhabited regions of JAMAA. Wherever the phantoms went, they left a trail of spoiling destruction. Rivers were polluted, trees became bare, and the air was thick with noxious fumes. The phantoms consumed everything in the environment and gave nothing back. They leveled entire villages, and animals had built and left the entire civilizations in pieces. Because animals were spread out in isolated villages, the phantoms easily conquered these villages. One by one, the animals soon discovered that if the phantoms reached a heartstone, they could imprison the animals of that species inside it. Each time the phantoms captured heartstone, an entire species disappeared from JAMAA. Mira and the Zios watched in horror as the phantoms spread throughout JAMAA. As guardian spirits, it hurts them to see the land they loved become corrupt, and they knew they could bring JAMAA back to life if the phantoms were repelled. In time, they could make the skies and waters clear again, and if they could recover the lost heartstones, thousands of animals could return to JAMAA. As time drew on, however, the phantoms' threat grew only more fearsome and unstoppable. Episode 4, Taking a Stand. Remembering how much they had accomplished, they lived and worked together. The remaining 6 species gathered their heartstones, left their villages, and returned to the lost temple of Zios. As the tigers, monkeys, koalas, pandas, rabbits, and wolves of JAMAA gathered together for one last stand against the phantoms, Mara and Zios saw that it would not be enough. In desperation, the guardian spirits of JAMAA searched other lands for 6 leaders who could wield the power of their entire species. They even looked to our world, and it was here that they found 6 extraordinary animals and brought them to JAMAA. Sir Gilbert, the regal tiger; Cosmo, the knowledge koala; Graham, the invented monkey; Greeley, the mysterious wolf; Liza, the curious panda; and Peck, the creative rabbit. These were 6 remarkable animals with different personalities, but they were united in their strength of characters and the respect for natural world. Mira and Zios chose well. And these very different animals soon formed a family to help in battle against the phantoms. Mira and Zayas gave the new leader Alpha stones, 6 species jewels, special jewels, and focused the strength and abilities on their entire species. With these stones, the 6 chosen animals became Alphas, the heroes chosen to save JAMAA in its darkest hour. The Alphas set about making a plan that utilized each of their NQ abilities to defeat the phantoms. Once the plan was finalized, they joined the rest of the animals who had gathered together to face the flood of phantoms before them. When the animals saw the magnificent Alphas, they felt their own bravery return. The Alphas felt the strength of the Alpha stones following through them, and with many roars, howls, and cheers, they all stormed into battle. Episode 5, The Fight to Save JAMAA. The battle for JAMAA was epic, with the animals and Alphas fighting not just for themselves, but also for the beautiful land that JAMAA once was. Animals that were once scared of the phantoms found new courage, and animals that had shunned the despised others worked side by side with different species. As the animals marched forward, the phantoms escaped by fleeing into their dark portals, but just as the last of the phantoms were retreating, they overtook Zayas and vanished with him into a portal. Mara quickly dove into a dark portal following Zayas and the phantoms, disappearing as the portal closed. The sudden absence of Zayas and Mara was a tragic blow to the animals, yet despite their sadness, they realized that for the first time, many of them could remember JAMAA was free from the phantoms. Episode 6, Rebuilding Their Home. JAMAA had been saved, but the damage of the phantoms had caused was everywhere. Plants and trees were sick, clouds of poison smoke hung in the air, and the land itself was littered with burnt plastic refuse that seemed to follow the phantoms wherever they went. The Alphas knew it would be the responsibility of every animal in JAMAA, including themselves, to return the land to its former glory. While the animals worked hard to rebuild, cleansing power from the Alpha Stone flowed through the Alphas and into the land. Soon the rivers were running clear, the trees regained their leaves, and the air was fresh and crisp. The pristine beauty of JAMAA had spread from the top of Mount Shiver to the bottom of Deep Blue. During this time, Liza stayed in the JAMAA township to protect the village and help new animals that came to JAMAA, while the other Alphas separated to explore lost lands and track the phantoms to their sources. They were able to restore many of the lands that had been taken over by the phantoms, and many heartstones were returned. Animals trapped inside the heartstones were free to return to their homes, and they were welcomed by all their animal friends. In a short time, the world of JAMAA began to resemble the beautiful world it once was. Episode 7, A Lasting Peace. Millions of animals now live in peace and happiness in JAMAA. The Alphas continue to explore new lands, and whenever they are able to drive the phantoms out of an area or reclaim a heartstone, the animals of JAMAA celebrate that they have new lands to play in, the new animal friends to play with. Many years have passed since all of JAMAA was nearly lost, but now some of the phantoms have returned, and they are once again trying to ruin the peace and joy of JAMAA. The Alphas are counting on you to help the animals of JAMAA rid their land of phantoms forever. The end. I hope you all enjoyed the story, and I hope that one day Zayas and Mira both come back to JAMAA and see how beautiful their land is, and all the lovely animals in JAMAA that just roam around it. It is such a lovely place. I hope you all enjoyed the story. Goodbye.